Hello, I am Anavoltus back again once more for another episode of GeoGuessr. Let's explore the world. The world! And then time freezes and everyone gets confused by my cheesy reference. But let's see what we have up today. Now, today I'm in a different location from my usual recording location, so the acoustics are definitely different. But the neighbor is mowing the lawn, so that's some sound going there. Now, immediately, just looking at this, the climate, it looks like it might not rain too much here. There is definitely a possibility of soil erosion. Does it snow in the winter? I'd say it's a definite possibility. Judging by the road lines and by the appearance of a pickup truck, I believe that this is possibly somewhere in the United States of America. That's just coming right off from the starting image. So ideally, I should be able to gather a little bit more information by what's happening here. So I'm going to look around a bit to see which direction would be the best direction. Now I'm thinking that that factory of some sort or some sort of plant, I don't know, could be useful. So I'm going to go in that direction. Perhaps I should also take a look in this direction. Yeah, I'm thinking the United States is a definite possibility. Now, I'm not 100% sure yet. We can't count our chicks until they've hatched. That's something to do for sure. And I think that's an important thing to remember in science a lot, is that a lot of people say, scientists are now working on this. We're so close to getting X discovery. But then you really think about it this way. Well, they haven't discovered it yet, and there's no guarantee that they're going to discover it. So, aren't you really jumping the gun to say to use a I don't know. I was analogy. I don't think that's a simile, a euphemism. Man, my words are really tied up today. But I am seeing something that does indicate to me that this could very well indeed be the United States of America. Of course, if I perhaps go to the other side of a road, if that's possible, hopefully it is, but it doesn't seem like it is. Because if it were possible, then that would indeed be something very useful in order to possibly read that sign. But it looks like we might not have the best picture quality anyway. So, I see that there is an area on the road where there's a shift. Okay, so there's a turning lane over here, and it's an interesting turning lane. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen a turning lane like that. It just goes on in there, and then it's all the way along. Wow, that's interesting. So it essentially, wow, I've never seen that before. That wasn't in my manual for roads, having such a strange looking turning lane. It's interesting. It's wow. I don't know what it's supposed to do. I'm confused. I'm actually confused. I saw something new today, and I don't know what it is. Ideally, perhaps we can find a road. If it is a road that we can actually go down, that would be even more convenient, because that would allow me to perhaps go in there. What I need to do is, of course, take a little bit of a zoom on those road signs. U.S. Highway 85. Okay. So it's a U.S. highway. For those of you who are unaware, there's the interstates and there's also the U.S. highways, and the way you distinguish them on a map is a U.S. highway has that white shield type, while the interstate has the blue and red. And of course, interstates are more similar to the Autobahn you would find in Europe, while the U.S. highway is a bit more just a regular paved road that, however, goes a long distance. I don't think Florida is the right location for this. So 81. Okay, so we're on a possibly good track, but what could be important is actually finding more information. 60, 14. I'm thinking that this is probably somewhere on the Great Plains. 183, 283, 83, 287. So what I'm thinking is that 85 is somewhere in between 87 and 83. Somewhere. That's the most likely location, I would think. If my idea of road nomenclature is correct, that is. Okay. 84. 84. 180, but that's an east to west road. 200. Okay, 83 is over there. 87 is over there, and they're spreading wider apart. Well, not necessarily. 87, 158, 83, 87, and 83 are crossing, and now they're on the other sides of each other. 87 and 83. Now we're down in the depths of Texas. That's not a U.S. Highway 85. That's either a state road or a county road. By the looks of it, a state road, I would guess. Of course, there are other types of roads as well. It's just that they're not as common. So 281, 83, and we're getting right on the border. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I probably need to go a bit north. 87, and there'll be an 85 in between 87 and 83 somewhere along the line. So 87 goes all the way there, and yeah, it follows the Interstate 27. And we see a 62 and a 283, 287, 183, 281, 83, 87, going north again. Now let's go along the state line, see if there's an 85 anywhere. No, there's an 83. Now we've passed through the panhandle of Kansas, I believe. I think that's what that area is. And we'll see. You know what? This might actually be a good idea. I haven't done this before. Increase the map. So 385. That's a good sign. Because if my idea of nomenclature of the roads is correct, a 3, a 2, and a 1 in front of a 2-digit or 1-digit number indicates that it is an alternate route for a highway. as such, it would make sense to for 385 to at some point meet 85, and then we'll be right on track. But for now, we are just on 385. So the question is, how far north does it actually need to go? Or perhaps, oh no, it keeps going. 85. Okay. So what I really would need to know is what this road here is. So 85 comes along here, and it actually goes down a ways this way. And does it come right off of 18, or does it split again? Yep, it does split again farther south, and 85 goes all the way south onto Cheyenne and south into oh wow, Colorado, and it still exists there. I see an 87 coming out somewhere. I think this is where it may start up in Colorado, because I don't see it farther south. Okay, so 85 is in Colorado, and it goes quite a ways north. Quite a ways. Oh wow, does it go all the way? Oh yes, it does. It goes almost all the way. Oh boy. So the area we're looking through is right here, which, if you haven't noticed, is wow, that's a huge area. However, it's just one road, so let's decrease the size of the map again. Oh, maybe that's a little bit too small, but I'm going to see if I can perhaps get to a position where I can comprehend the name of the road that it intersects. 139. Boy. Because what would really be useful is that if I were to find a